Zombie mobile games have been around for quite a long time. Whether it's Zombies Ate My Friends, Zombie Highway, Zombie Diary, the Dead Ahead series, that plant game that I hate, and many more. But they all have one thing in common. Your job is to either run away or annihilate the zombies. But what if you could turn this zombie apocalypse to a most profitable opportunity? Zombie Catchers is a game where you catch zombies and then you milk them for their juices. Zombie Catchers was developed by a Finnish video game studio named Two Men and a Dog, and it was released in October of 2014. Their only other game besides Zombie Catchers is Walkmaster, a game where you try to walk on stilts as different animals. The gameplay loop in Zombie Catchers is very simple. You play as AJ the alien, who came from another planet to start a business, with his business partner Bud, who is a clanker. Your goal in this game is to catch zombies using different weapons, like a harpoon, net gun, tranquilizer, or a freezer gun in level 69. Now the way you catch these zombies is kind of complicated. First, you gotta buy drones that locate zombies from Raoul Spoofman, wait for the drones to do their thing, choose your equipment, and jump in. But you somehow gotta lure these zombies out of the ground, and the way you do that is by offering brains. Whose brains are these and how do we have so many of them? I don't know. It's probably your rotten brain after watching 20 million YouTube shorts. So now I gotta visualize every fucking word in my script. Anyways, AJ does all the hunting while the clanker collects the zombies. And you gotta be fast, because once the zombies notice you, instead of fighting, they run the fuck away. Now some of them do have defense mechanisms, like throwing a hammer in your face or are wearing some type of armor. But if you're not fast enough, they escape to Narnia, and you will miss out on the perfect run tokens that level up your hunting rank. But after the hunting and collecting, it's time to cook. You put the zombies in squeezers and start milking them. Now the end product from the milking can be usual stuff like lemonade from the lemonade zombies or slushies from a slushy zombie that tastes like blueberries and battery acid. But how the fuck do you make a dicey slice hot pizza from zombie squeezing? And you know, that's not the only weird thing. We have stuff like finger breads, spicy tofu, and brain nuggets. This shit kind of reminds me of zombie cafe food. Anyone remember that game? And as you already know, we don't use our own product. So instead, you sell them to an infinite number of customers, including this dog, that mindlessly buy whatever you offer them. The more zombies you catch, the more products you make, which equals more customers and more money. You can also complete certain tasks to level up your stand, like selling a number of products, upgrading the squeezers, or buying and upgrading your hunting equipment. And after completing enough tasks, you move to a new area that has a new environment, new zombies, and new gimmicks. But before that, you gotta hunt a final boss, which is a really nice addition, because it breaks the flow of the game in a really good way. But what else can you do? Well, there's not really much else here. This game doesn't really push you forward with a story, because there is no story, just random lines here and there. So instead, it pushes you with numbers, more money, more squeezers, more guns, more skins. And after some time, this game just becomes a grinding simulator. You're gonna do the same thing 1,000 times just to make a small amount of progress. Not to mention, the content updates for this game have been very underwhelming after a very specific date. But around 2017, things were going a bit too well, because we even got a trailer for a possible animated series.
This is a teaspoon because it stirs tea. This is a tablespoon because...
So around 8 years ago, we got a trailer for a supposed animated series of Zombie Catchers. The story here is the same as I said before. AJ and Bud crash land into a swamp in search of business opportunities. AJ starts looking around and starts tasting different fruits while Bud fixes the ship. And then we see her. So she's called Izzy, and we only ever see her in this trailer and never in the game. My disappointment is immeasurable. So anyways, this happens.
Potential?
Then a random zombie pops up and does this.
It's so pulpy.
And that's where the idea of zombie squeezing came to AJ's mind. Now this whole thing doesn't even count as a pilot episode, but according to the wiki, there is at least a pilot and about 2 or 3 other episodes that are unreleased, so that's pretty sad. And the production of this series is also linked to Nick Dora Productions, which is a company run by a guy called Nick Dora, obviously, who has previously worked on Angry Birds Toons, Angry Birds Stella, and even Piggy Tales. I'll leave this interview extraction here, you can pause the video if you want to read it. So this animated series definitely had potential, but it got cancelled for whatever reason. Now by November of 2018, Zombie Catchers was at its peak, and that smell of brains and money lured in a company known as DECA, who are not known for rescuing or reinvigorating games, because this game needed neither. So they bought the game from 2 Men and a Dog for who knows how much, and then they fucking killed it. Like the game is not even listed on their website anymore. Could this animated series cancellation be because of DECA 2? Now, as I said earlier, we don't know the exact reason why it was cancelled, but they own the game now, and they also do have a track record of ruining other franchises like Robbery Bob, so I blame them. I wouldn't say Zombie Catchers is dead, it's abandoned. DECA didn't reinvigorate it, they didn't add anything to it, they also didn't kill it. They just left it on the Play Store with mid-updates every once in a while. Kind of like Angry Birds Transformers.